It is my pleasure to be speaking with Peace Ambassador to the United Nations, Mr. Reuben Silverbird, about his Australia tour in November 2011. Sowing the Seeds of Love is a powerful name for your tour. What message would you like to give to our people here?
Well, it's no different. The message is no different from the message I give Norway, that I give Italy, Germany, or wherever else I travel. We are not sowing seeds of love today anymore. We are not sowing seeds of love and peace. I have a new book that I may have with me when I come there that's titled Sowing Seeds of Love and Peace. We're talking a lot about it, but we're not joining hands in doing it together. Mm-hmm. And sowing seeds of love and peace takes love and thoughts of peace to be able to do them. You know, most of the time, when we sow something, we plant something in the ground, it's going to come back. It's going to come up. And whatever we plant with love will come out looking this way. Mm-hmm. If we don't, there won't be love involved with it. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing that a person that is cooking food. If you're not in that happy mood in cooking your food, that's what's going to come out. Mm-hmm. And we're not paying much attention to that today. I usually will talk about the fact that we're so used to eating fast foods today because we're in a hurry. This is not good for us. We're drinking water from a plastic container. This is not good for us. And we think it's marvelous. We think it's wonderful because we've been sold this image. The world today is pretty much built on television, what they sell us on television, and what we see there most of the time is marketing. Well, we have to go back and reconstruct our way of doing things. We have to do them the way we used to, even 100 years ago. But if you want to go back just 30, 40 years ago, we had a completely different kind of life. Just 15 years ago, we had no cellular phones. Can you imagine? Can you believe that? Mm-hmm. Today we can't live without a cellular phone. Yeah. And this is what is destroying a lot of our way of thinking. It is destroying our karma, destroying our extrasensory perception. That's called ESP. Mm-hmm. There are so many things that I talk about in my retreats that I just did one here for the first time in a long time in Vienna. And it was an all-day seminar, and it was supposed to finish at 5 o'clock. It went over 1 hour. Mm-hmm. And after that, people didn't want to leave. Because there's so much to talk about. There are so many things that are happening in the world. We are so preoccupied with things that are not important to us.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, also I know that when you come to Australia, you will be connecting with Indigenous people. Now, what is your vision in regards to the different cultures, and how do you see yourself connect with the Indigenous people of Australia?
Well, you know, my very first trip that I made to Australia, I went to Canberra as a guest of a senator from Australia. And I told them, the group that came to hear me, I said, the first thing that your Prime Minister should do is apologize to the indigenous people of your country, the Aborigines. And Kevin Rudd, the first thing he did was not just say, we apologize. I think the speech took 20, 30 minutes. And you had people in tears. That was worth more to Aborigines in Australia than the lifetime pain that Australia has given the Aborigine. And you see, I know that pain because the same pain was brought to my country. Our children being dragged off to 1,000 miles away from their parents. And when I say dragged, yes, they pulled them, took them away. We know the same story. Not being able to speak your language, cutting your hair, dressing up in a white man's way. Many children committed suicide from these terrible experiences in America. And the same thing happened in Australia. So there's a brotherhood there. And I know sometimes there's a disconnect in some way. I don't know why. Because in my heart, when you say Aborigines or when you say indigenous peoples, we've all suffered the same pain. We've all suffered the same terrible injustice. Norway has the Sami people. And I've been invited to come and speak at the Sami festivals in northern Norway. The Sami people have suffered the same thing too. And all indigenous people all over the world have suffered. Africa has suffered. The only way, the message that I would bring the Aborigines in Australia, again, is that they have to have more unity with each other. More togetherness with each other. And the same message goes for my own people in America. We are not really together as one. And that is what indigenous peoples of the world have to do. I champion this gathering that you have in Australia where Maoris, Aborigines, and all other cultures come together to honor, I pray, it's Mother Earth. Because without Mother Earth, we're nothing.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Reuben, for taking the time to speak with me today. And we're so very much looking forward to your visit to Australia.
I look forward to coming back, and I pray that I'm able to meet with more of the Aborigines than I've done before. Okay, because it's very important. Because in my heart, we're all brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And that, of course, I have studied this, and people are no different all over the world. They just need to know about our people. And if we open our hearts together, we'll be able to accomplish that. Okay?
Well.
As far as things that are happening to the world for the 2012, 2013, which I think is 13, this is happening already. I think we should strongly pray that, and the prayer should be together, and the prayer should be from the heart. In unity, the world has to do this to be able to change around what's happening to Mother Earth. Because, we belong to Mother Earth. Mother Earth does not belong to us.
Yeah. Well, thank you so very much. And we'll see you in November.
I look forward to it.
Thank you,
Thank
Reuben.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.